What's good, y'all? SpazzoReactz back to the vid. Today we're reacting to 1C Redefining the Underground, xaviersobased, phreshboyswag, ksuuvi, etc. Before we get to the vid, if you sent in a request and I ain't get to it yet, I got a Cash App and a PayPal in the description. You send something there, I'll get to your request fast as hell. So let's get to the vid, y'all.
Design and scale sites with true efficiency on Wix Studio.
A little while ago, I was watching music videos on YouTube, as you do, and the algorithm gods blessed me with a video titled Hottie, with this Finn Wolfhard looking guy in the thumbnail. Aw yeah, turn this shit up.
She said who's down your DMs, it's just a stalker. She said who's down your DMs, she's from Miami. Going super fast like I'm Paul Walker.
This is what music is gonna sound like in 2036. The beat is constantly edging my ears and makes me feel like I'm having a stroke. I barely even noticed that he said the head was so good it made him giggle. Upon further research, I learned that this phreshboyswag fellow is part of a larger rap collective called 1C, also known as One Chance, or 1C34 if you want to find better Google results, alongside artists like xaviersobased, ksuuvi, Static, and...
Oh, his name is ksuuvi? I thought it was ksuuvi.
xaviersobased has actually been on my radar for a while because of his association with Nova Gang, and once you hear that name, you don't forget it. He's from the Upper West Side of New York and has been interested in making beats since he was old enough to play Shadow the Hedgehog. He's released a ton of music over the last few years, and has steadily started to blow up for sounding like a sexually active version of Blade. His 2022 mixtape Install is a good introduction to his music, although admittedly it sounds like some of these songs were made in like 10 minutes. There are some highlights here though, like which one?
Yeah, that song was hard. Well, not the song, because I didn't listen to the song, but from what I heard, I know it was fire.
When You Workin', having one of the more melodic flows on the tape, and a sped up remix of itself contained within the same track, and Ban You having this sweet piano part that juxtaposes well with the blown out drums and bass, and
high-pitched vocals.
The closing track, Patch Made, is his most popular song so far, and probably my favorite on the tape. Cash Paint comes through with this heavenly beat that makes me feel like I'm sipping lean in the Chow Garden, and Xavier's confrontational flow and bars about castration just command your attention like nothing else. The soft synth lead and moderately fast tempo have caused a lot of people to label this and his other music as jerk rap, a style that originated from New Boys in 2009 and then fell off the face of the earth. It's essentially music that's made to do this cool leg dance to, and I could see Patch Made being fitting for that.
How you living life with no passion? Sit the velveteen fruit passion, but you can't stop having.
Xavier's actually said in multiple interviews
that was nice, hold on.
Fitting for that.
How you living life with no passion? Sit the velveteen fruit passion, but you can't guard me, stop hacking.
Xavier's actually said in multiple interviews though that he didn't really intend for his music to sound like that.
That's not even like what I was aiming for. Like, I'm not even too heavy on the jerk shit. It's just the snare patterns that I be using. Like, people compare it to the jerk shit a lot.
So do you hate the fact that people call you a jerk rapper, or?
Yeah, but not necessarily because it's jerk. Like, I fuck with jerk shit, obviously.
Right.
Like the OG shit, like that shit fire. But it's just like, that's not really like where I was trying to go with this shit.
Now every jerk rap type beat on YouTube has his name in the title. That's crazy. His newest tape,
I'm gonna be there soon, y'all. I'm gonna be there soon.
At the time of me writing this is called Keep It Goin', Zave, and is my favorite project of 2024 so far. This is easily the prettiest and most polished set of beats that he's rapped on yet, with returning producers like Niley, Sebi, and Xavier himself, and newcomers like 1O and DJS. The tape is also hosted by DJ Renesee, who breathes a lot of life and cohesion to the project, with these beautiful conversation clips between a lot of the tracks.
Every time I listen to it, I want to groove, you feel me?
Exactly, yeah.
At the same time, now that I heard it, it's like, nah, he's still saying something in there too. But at the same time, you like, fuck it, bro, like, I love the world, you feel me?
You can really feel the sheer excitement of just being a kid whose music is taking off better than expected, and there's something really special about that. The songs themselves are really good too, with some of my favorites being the wintry Load Up, which is as pretty as it is distorted, and Get High, because the overwhelming vocal layering makes it live up to the title. My favorite track on the whole tape though is Ascend, because it's one of the best cloud rap songs I've heard in a while. The beat produced by 1O is just so sugary and calming, with Xavier's voice complementing it really nicely.
Yeah, she say I smell good, and she say she love my scent. Before I hit the blunt, then I start to ascend.
This album overall is a really cool look into an artist who's evolving right before our eyes, and it's perfectly fitting for spring as well. I'm loving all the positivity that these guys are bringing to the underground. It's really refreshing.
I should've stayed, yeah, I should've never left. Do I really
Oh yeah, phreshboyswag, I knew we'd get back to you. This guy's particularly interesting because he's British. He grew up in London and spent most of his life there before connecting with these guys over the internet, and now he claims New York more than he does his hometown.
Seriously, like, my family's out here, like, you see everyone here. This just where all the emotions at right now, really, like.
Am I tripping, or is he sitting on his lap? You might just be sitting in front of him or something, I don't know.
Everyone just loves me here, like, I don't know, like, I'm more for New York than I am for London. Like, people fuck with me more here, like, I don't know.
He has a slew of tracks ranging from the confident ringtone rap revival of Girls Pay For My Dick to moody cloud rap like I'm Sorry I Just Want to Talk and I Don't Know If She Likes Me Anymore. His one album, Rock Bottom, from 2023 feels like being couch-locked at a party off of a whole cocktail of drugs that I can't even name while having an existential crisis. He's constantly hyping himself up with all this talk about sex and money, but with beats that sound more like a pounding headache than a good time, and track titles like She Thinks That I'm Crazy, Throwing Up, and Bro What the F***. There's something really dark about it. This is made really clear by the various intros and outros on several tracks, sampling clips from drug documentaries or other TV shows.
Of all the drugs she was taking, it was a new party drug called methadone, also known as meow meow or MCAT, that took
meow meow.
Cold. I realized I had a problem with them.
Despite all of this though, Rock Bottom is still a very catchy and fun album for what it is. Freshboy has a really unique voice that cuts through these instrumentals in a way that I don't think many other rappers could pull off, and his drunken offbeat flow just makes them sound cooler. It's barely over 20 minutes long, with the songs mostly staying in the 2-minute range, and there's enough variation in these tracks to keep it thoroughly interesting. I love the dreamy plug beat on Skinny Jeans with the platform boots, and Hard to Get almost sounds Witch House inspired with these loud synth pads that get drowned out by the sub bass.
I really like her, but I go way too fucked up. I think I like her, but I don't really want her.
There's a couple of instrumental songs too that help with the album's pacing, both of which happen to be the only 2 tracks produced by Freshboy himself. Step Out the House on a Lethal Cocktail comes right in the middle of the tape, as if he's trying to calm himself down, but is still too inebriated to really comprehend anything. And the closing track, Drag, is this 4-minute ambient piece that sounds like he's passed out behind a Denny's somewhere. This thing is a lot of fun if you're looking for something a little different, but still instantly gratifying. I also want to shout out some of the producers here, like Clay 10, Jaylee, and XavierSobased. Oh, I've heard of him. Freshboy's supposedly dropping another album later this year called Very Important Person, and if this project is any indication, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Another 1C artist that I think has a lot of potential is ksuuvi. He has a few projects under his belt, most of which came out within the last year, and he does the whole style in a very maximalist and to-the-point way. His 2023 mixtape, Uptown Made Me, is one of the more consistent projects to come from 1C so far, balancing heavy production and bouncy flows. Some of my favorites on here are Payday for sounding like bass-boosted Kingdom Hearts music, and I Feel Like is probably the first rap song to ever mention both Fulcrum and Daniel Larson.
My life is a mess, feel like Daniel Larson. I feel like committing arson. You know, I'ma take a rip, feel like Fulcrum, smoking Benjamin.
ksuuvi also gets very personal lyrically, especially on more stripped back cuts like Sometimes I and Conflicts. This also rings true on his latest set of tapes, Not What It Seems and Not What It Seems Extended, which I think have a lot of his best songs yet. He sounds super hungry on tracks like Warlocks and Witches and Drill Time, and he even acknowledges other rappers hopping on genre trends on songs like Trend Hopper and Some Ain't Right.
Niggas went from plug to jerk shit. You went from butt plugs to jerking dick. Watch this,
what?
Nigga, you can do this. Watch this, nigga, you can do this.
If your never-ending thirst for mind-bending Zoomer rap still isn't quenched, there's a tape on SoundCloud called One Chance Fitness that kinda acts like a crash course introduction to several of the group's members. Admittedly, the songs by Xavier tend to be my favorites here, though the tracks are so short, cloudy, and hooky that it's easy to get through the whole thing and get a feel for what these guys are all about. There's even an interpolation of Flashing Lights by Kanye that gets totally transformed into the most SoundCloud core song imaginable. Overall, I think 1C are a pretty exciting and unique collective that are paving the way for a lot of the modern underground. Xavier's production style was so distinct that it unintentionally revived a genre from over a decade ago, and with a slew of
Xavier, bro, he definitely need to get his flowers for doing that, y'all.
Producers and rappers putting their own spin on it, I have no doubt we'll be hearing from these guys more in the future. Freshboyswag actually just shot a music video with Snow Strippers, who I also just happened to make a
really?
video about. Let me know what some of your favorite songs
Yo,
and
that
projects
was
from these
lit.
guys
That
are,
gotta
or
be
if you think
lit.
they suck. I'll link some of my favorite music videos from them down below as always. And if you enjoyed the video, you know the drill.
Not one day goes by
Anyway, y'all.
where I don't think of you.
Anyway, y'all.
You held the gun.
That's
to
the
my
end of
wife's
the
head.
video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. With that further ado, y'all, peace.